And welcome to another Culture Foolishness recap of Power Raising Kanan. This is season 4, episode 5. I am Creed of Exodus Studios, and my co-host is
Coach Tamara Simone, your favorite life coach's favorite life coach. If you don't know, now you know, baby, baby.
a yes, this episode was mixed feelings. It was good, but
We halfway. We halfway.
I definitely have some mixed feelings about it because I don't like how something was handled, which we can get straight into because they started the episode off with said character that I don't like how it was handled. So we open with basically what is the stepdad or the boyfriend or whatever, and I
Essentially
guess
a
his name
flash.
is Luis or whatever, the flashback to when Famous was a kid
Hmm.
and he was getting his ass whooped by the I feel like it was the boyfriend. I don't even think she married the dude. I feel like it was
I
just the
mean,
boyfriend,
probably, yeah, something like
you
that.
know, that she was helping. And I mean, not to be a dickhead, but you cause got a grown, half-ass grown daughter, another kid. Yo, prospects are limited. So, she went for who was fucking with that situation. He ended up not being shit. So she had to basically save her son from getting his ass beat to death damn near by some grown ass man. And of course, in the process, she got her ass beat. And they ended up leaving and going to a shelter.
Yes.
And honestly, all of this was to set up this episode resolving the famous storyline, but I feel like the shit wasn't handled great. Like the setup of the flashbacks and all that is great. They could have did that, but the way that it ultimately was handled, I'm just feeling like they was
Drop the ball.
very lazy, very much dropped the ball, very lazy. I just didn't like it.
Pineapples. Didn't particularly care for it either. I knew that this episode was definitely going to bring closure to Famous because it started with the flashback of his childhood and some of the things that he had to endure early on. So yeah,
I mean,
same
just
thing.
just I mean, like on some real stuff, like just to keep it above. I'm not even gonna do the whole like I feel like we should just talk about the whole part of his
All
storyline. We can
right,
move on
let's
to
go.
everybody else's shit because
Sure.
they showed that, then they showed this, kid going to a convenience store and trying to steal a 40, and in that process runs and goes into this abandoned building which have a dead body that me and Coach was like, that's famous, even though that's some
Facts.
bullshit. We knew it though. I
As
knew. I
soon
was
as I
like,
saw it, I'm like, that's Famous.
I knew it. I knew it was him. And I was like, okay, so you couldn't pay this motherfucker a couple bands to be in his last episode and resolve this a actual way instead of like not ever showing his face in real time. I didn't like it. It was very much it reminded me of the way that the season 3 began of The Shy, when they killed off the Brandon character without showing
Okay.
him or anything. Like, too important of a character to handle it that way. I just didn't like
Yeah,
it.
I agree. I was gonna say the only saving grace would be if in the midst of um like because at this point like Kanan has just lost his A1 day one. So,
Hmm.
he's feeling away and he's out for blood and he's trying to find this person, find whoever did this by any means necessary. So the only thing I can think of that they may attempt to salvage it is if essentially they like in the process of him trying to figure out who did it, then flashbacks occur to kind of walk you through what happened. But I don't
But
know
even
how or
that,
what that looks like. But
right, because if they didn't show him in his episode where they resolved his storyline, they not gonna film no new shit with him for the next episode. So I just feel like
I
it's
mean,
just
I agree. I'm
I
just
just
I'm just
don't
saying
like
the
it.
only thing that could potentially happen. But again, I think that was I think that we deserved better, and I think that
Hmm.
Famous deserved better. And I'm gonna take
Yeah.
one for my boy Famous. R.I.P. to
'Cause I'm
Famous.
RIP. I'm not pouring no stuff on the ground.
Oh no, I
In
took
my
that.
house.
That was yeah no yeah
Yeah.
yes.
We're not doing that. So since we'll move on to other parts of the show, but they finally had Rock and Rock told Marvin that Andre got killed,
Yes.
and obviously both of them do not like that because Andre was kind of a cold ass lawyer. He had them like
Hmm.
pretty much hemmed up in a good
Yes,
ass
indeed.
way. And here come Unique. He was like, "You hugged her."
You
I
gotta
don't
die.
like that shit. I don't like that shit right there. It's like, bro, like that was really shit. He
Crazy.
could have helped you later. Shit.
Crazy.
Damn.
Rock gotta have some bomb. What I believe the term is ill nana, because for him to
Mm,
be over here, no, you saw her hug
no,
somebody and shot
no,
him. Like that ain't just, oh,
no,
she taking my business. No, no, no. No, she broke your little heart. And I know
no.
that's tough.
She
No,
mean. So I
what's
know.
she's a man eater. That's
Right now, she's mean, so I know she do got that ill nana. That's why his ass over here sick. I don't know what it is, but when a mean ass woman be nice to you and be all tender with you and be mean to everybody else, it just hit different. I know he was like, she just be out here damn near smacking niggas and over here just unique. It's different. It hit different, because when women act like that with everybody, but give you a different side, it's definitely a different vibe. So he hurt, especially because he
um
think that she was, a catalyst of him meeting his demise, but he should have talked to people. Like, I really hate that he just came up
he's
with
just
this
out
whole
here.
scenario and haven't talked to her at all. He just like, well,
And
this bitch is on this.
the thing that baffles me is that he knows without a shadow of a doubt that his own brother, raggedy ass Ronnie, is the one who did. Like, I don't understand how you
Yeah,
like how you so convinced. Like, I guess
that
the
they down with each other only because you saw that he was down with Kanan, but Kanan is doing his own shit independent of Rock. She didn't even know about that garbage.
yeah, I guess it's because. And I mean, not I guess we know that in his mind. Okay, yeah, Ronnie did that, but then you killed Ronnie and now you back in business. So
Hmm.
was that your plan all along to have my brother take me out and then you come in and take him out and take back over? Which I mean, okay, that could happen, but what's the point? Like when you
It
like for the
really
love of
doesn't make sense.
it doesn't, like, for the love of God, you saved her life. Why would she screw you over like that? That's how y'all start
Yeah.
fucking in the first place, because you came in on some,
Right.
super save them and just came through in the
And
clutch. Why was she?
yeah.
She's not the type to just completely forget
No,
that something
she's
like that happened.
very it just in the way that like, something happened and they trying to find out who really did the shit so they could go after the right people type shit. Like that is rock. She's not gonna like needlessly kill innocent people. Like if she kill you, 9 times out of 10 now, one time out of 10 was the old boy that got killed and bless his heart. But 9 times out of 10, she really be trying to kill the right people if that has to be the outcome. So yeah, it sucks. It very much sucks. So the next thing I want to get into, and it's crazy because it's the whole killing of Juke's friend's husband or whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
she basically has a feeling, which gotta tell you, the lady got good intuition because she basically was feeling like Juke was involved with his death, even though, of course, she don't know her that well. She don't know all her background, but
Right.
she has good intuition because she's not far off. Actually, she's absolutely correct.
Yes. And Juke just pretty much completely spins it. Like, again, it was very, logical, even her the way she spent it. She's like, no, I asked you for the address so that if he, snatch you up like that, then I can know where to find you. Like, I'm just trying to make sure you good. So now she's like, oh, well, that makes sense, and blah 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 blah,
Hmm.
which it does. So
It
it's
does,
like,
but
oh, Laverne, oh
Laverne,
Laverne.
no, no, no. She definitely is
Mm-mm-mm.
starting to become what we saw her to be in the Power Proper series as just being a ruthless,
Scary. This is scary.
scary ass person
Yes.
because and this is and think about this though. This is happening at what 17, 18 years old. She
Yeah.
was running around for another 12, 13 years of just being ain't shit than a motherfucker.
Then
So
messed around and became a cop. So then she just got a
mm,
license to do it with, a ton
mm.
of impunity. So yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if they're gonna show her going to the police academy during this show, because that would be interesting. Because
If
it
we
makes
get to the
sense
point
though.
if we get to the point where she goes into the police academy and Tommy and Ghost ain't popped up, then I am DMing 50 Cent myself. Him and Courtney.
Because honestly, because we on episode 5. I feel like by the end of this season, these niggas need to be introduced, or I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Like what, like
Because
we can't
the
act like
amount
you
of
didn't know them
history
niggas.
that
Like,
they
no.
have together, it needs to happen. It's like we 3 seasons into the four. We're 4 seasons in, and we have not seen Ghost of Tommy. And it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
It's
and it
like,
makes sense for it to maybe happen at some point in this season, maybe not in the first few episodes, but at some point through the next, because this is normally 10, right? So we got about
mhm,
5 more
we
episodes
halfway
left.
through. Yes, we're halfway
So
through.
yeah, we need to see them at some point, even if it's in the last episode. But I
Hmm.
feel like it should be before that even. But we'll see what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see. So, what else happened? So, Marvin is kind of like concerned about Juke as far as
Rightfully
what
so.
happened,
She's way too
but
okay, considering. She's
right.
very okay.
And he's like, damn, you acting like how I be acting when I kill people, and you too young for that. That's crazy. So he's concerned, rightfully so, as you said, but she's, deflecting and being her,
She's
basically.
like, right. She's just like, she wanted them dead. The police think it was a robbery. We did a good thing. And it seems
Mm.
like everything is going to be okay. So,
Like, no.
Love you, daddy. She's like,
We just
um,
kill people. Like, no, that's not it.
and she's like, well, it was either him or you. And it's like, I mean,
Yeah,
yes.
from that standpoint, yes, but she just like so calm and collected about it. So, and I maybe this is from the last episode of Snaps and Pop kind of getting into Kanan's ear, but he been skimming quite a bit of money from the
Hmm.
operation.
Yes,
So
indeed.
while
And
they
the
were
little
like,
weird little man is asking him about it. And I just feel like he's very out of his place. But since he's on some other type of time,
oh,
then,
well, shit, we could get into that right now since you brought it up. Because I
well,
just,
let's get into it.
yeah, because, little Shorty Doo-Wop, you think that he was
Shorty
all
Doo-Wop.
shook from, having getting robbed, but clearly, and from that exchange, they came to some type of agreement because shit, I wouldn't be surprised if Unique threw him a couple stacks
Oh, the
during that
fact
little situation, the way he being an informant, I know he probably did.
the fact that he robbed him, quote unquote, and let him live, I was like, oh, you a op. Like, you got to be working with him because he ain't letting nobody live. The only person he
Right.
let live is Early.
So yeah,
Literally
you
Early.
know what? You know what? Just seeing him alive before he even got with dude again
I
really
knew the
was the
last
clue
episode. Mm-hmm.
because it's like he's killing anybody who done seen him alive, but for some reason he lets you live. So y'all done come to an agreement
Mm-hmm.
because, and clearly they have because he basically was, giving him the whole rundown, telling him he was scamming money and all this other shit. So.
Yes.
Yeah, that situation is interesting. We're gonna see how that play out. I wonder, how soon it's gonna be to Kanan figure out what's going on, because he basically gonna be ready to kill that motherfucker. And then,
I mean, he weird and annoying anyway, so
yeah, I'm not gonna be mad.
I'm not gonna miss him.
He don't
That's
need to pass them short people jeans on anyway. Um.
if they want to leave him somewhere with a limb out and be like, see, it's him and he dead, I'd be like, oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Oops,
what's
oopsies.
what's the preview for next week?
So,
I
I want to get into Lou
was gonna say, do you
and
want to talk about Lou? Because I want to
let's
talk
talk
about
about
Lou.
Lou. Let's talk about Lou.
I
He
want to
out
talk
here
about Lou.
with his little mojo pumping again.
You
So,
know, look, I like sober Lou so much because sober
hmm
Lou, like focus on his shit. Lou
yeah,
is the swaggiest fucking person
yeah.
on the
That's
show.
that's why Amani was like, I have some vagina. I can give it to you, please. Can I please give it to you?
Like, here,
Can I
just
please?
take it. No, like,
Just
no,
take it.
seriously, take
Like,
it.
just take it. Here's on a silver platter. And yes,
Side
they
note,
she
I don't care for her. I can't.
really.
I don't know why yet. I don't know if it was because she was way too loosey good. She seems real intrusive,
Mm,
and her whole "come see my" I mean, yes, we know that was code for something. Like, come see my record collection. Okay, we know that was code for something, but it's also like you just shown that you're a little deceitful. Because you could have
hmm
also said like, and then you told him like, oh, I know you used to mess with such and such and da da da. Like you over here doing research, like you know a lot, and then you lie to get what you want. I don't like the cut of her jib.
Yeah.
And like we've been watching Lou smash somebody every season. And I feel like it's a different person every season. I can't recall. But I like they look better than her. Sorry. Not sorry. She's not the prettiest one he smashed. He just smashed because she was there and literally throwing it, smacking him upside the head with his hair. Take it. Okay, bitch, just stop smacking me. Okay, I'll take it. Like, it's the maybe it's the thirst. The thirst was giving in need of purified water. That's what it was giving. in
She
dire
needed that
thirst.
Saratoga. She needed that Saratoga
She,
water.
man, listen, okay?
She put it in the bowl with the ice, and I put my face in it. I gotta put my face in it.
Thirsty as goddamn hell. But she did introduce him to a group, and he wasn't feeling them when they performed at the spot. But then she took him to see them perform, I guess, like more
More one on
secluded,
one, right?
and they was spitting, and so he was impressed by that. And it's just, and you know what, the thing, what's turning her on so much, to kind of circle back to the point you made, the fact that he's so mean.
Yeah, women love mean. Every time I be mean
Well,
as hell, they be like, yes.
women like mean, and then like if they can break through that, they feel like, okay,
They done
we
did
good.
something
That, but then also we good, but keep being mean to all these
to
other
everybody
hoes.
else, right? That's why they
Um,
like the meanness.
Plus mean also symbolize, is somewhat of a symbolization of non-thirsty.
And he's
Like
super not thirsty.
he's so not thirsty.
He doesn't care. And
He
of course, that
doesn't
makes her
care.
want to give it to him more. And that's how it, figured that out a
Oh,
long time ago. Soon as you, but I feel like for me, and probably same for him, it's like once you experience certain things, it's like you not thirsty no more. It's like if it comes to that, I'm not gonna shun it because of course I'm a straight male, like women and all of that great stuff, but I'm not pressed. There's no pressness at all. That's the
yeah.
thing. I'm
So
not pressed.
what would be awesome, if he like never smashes her again. I would love that. I personally would
Hmm.
love that. And she's like, "Oh my god, like what happened?" He's like, "Okay, we did the do. Now let's get to work and like leave me the fuck alone." I'd be like, "Oh,
He, I don't see that
he
happening
won't."
though.
I know this is just something that I would really like. Um, so just throwing that out there. But
Nah, he's gonna hit
he's
again.
he's 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 fucking he's so
She too
funny.
damn cute. Cause I talking as a man, she too damn cute. And don't be giving me all that good energy, all acting
All that
fine and
thirst,
shit.
all
We
that
like that
thirst.
shit. We be liking that
Man,
shit
please.
sometimes. We don't never get it. So when we do, we be
Hoes that be
like,
thirsty, nah, hoes that be thirsty like that be having chlamydia. But whatever. So ain't nobody seen my record. Man, it's a nigga who saw your record collection this morning. Thirsty. Anyway. Anywho.
I cannot. That's too funny. You ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong. So, um, Unique meets up with the other mafia boss. I can't remember his
I
name,
can't remember his name either.
but this is the person that was affected in the hit that Marvin did when he dressed up as the mailman
Mm-hmm.
last season, a little wedding
Yes.
hit. So of
Yes.
course he's not fucking with
With Rock and
uh
Fam.
what's his name again?
Stefano. Is it
Stefano.
Stefano?
He's not fucking with Stefano. But Unique has not come to him in a position of strength. He's come to him in a position of I want to fuck niggas over, and that's what I'm on. And it's like, okay, revenge is cute and shit, but I'm not trying to get fucked over because of you being
Right.
all rash and whatever. So no, I'm
Because you
not about
heavy in your
to.
emotions. You heavy in your emotions. And even he said, that just don't seem like something Rock would do. Like even he said it.
And this nigga still being stupid.
It's
That's the
like,
shit that's
nah,
so dumb.
how you
So
know? Like,
how
all right.
you? And he's like, "Well, I got ears in the street, motherfucker. I know what's going
Right.
on."
I ain't
But
gotta be over there to be over there, but go crazy.
hey, I don't have to be over there to be. Oh, that's the quote of the fucking podcast right there. So, to move on because basically they belittled him and he just left and was mad and
Very
beat up
angry.
his steering wheel a couple times. So, the grandma, she's obviously going through her stuff with her cancer, and she has an incident where she falls, and Kanan and
Juke,
excuse me, Duke.
Kanan and Juke and Lou
They
show up.
initially just Juke and Kanan came,
Right.
got her to the
Cause,
hospital. Then they called Lou, and
and
then he
Marvin.
came. Marvin came, and then on the sly, she asked him to basically help her end her life because cancer sucks.
Yeah.
Essentially, not gonna sugarcoat it. That's basically what it is, and course, he done a lot of fucked up shit, but I don't think he want to have killing his mama on his conscience. So,
That's not something that people want to put on their to-do list.
so he's not really for it. And she shows why all of them niggas don't like her, basically.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely. Absolutely.
so basically calling him sorry and why are you not helping me kill myself and try to big him up and like manipulate him, saying like I want you to be this and that, and really ultimately for her to ask him to do some shit that nobody would want to do to their parent, so it's pretty fucked up.
You know what? She saw Throw Mama from the train and was like, "My kids can do that for me." That's what happened. That's what said they hate me enough to do that. Yeah,
Folks, I
yeah,
just want to say that that movie came out when this person was barely deformed as a human, so I don't even know how this reference came up, but very good reference. Good job. Classic movie, by the way. I wasn't expecting you to pull that as a reference. Very impressed. So, it's crazy because Unique been sneaking money to his baby mom for really the duration of this season, and she confronts Rock about it like she been doing it, and Rock be trying to be fair and nice and all that, but she wasn't gonna do that bullshit.
Exactly. Like she's like, nah, baby girl. And she like, so you mad about this too? Like you mad about like a little ghetto blessing that you're getting? Like what seems to be the problem?
So
Like,
yeah, she was like just confused by that. And I agree with her, but at the same time, that should put like kind of a asterisk next to what's going on for Rock. But she got so much shit going on, I'm sure she just
she is
brush it
not thinking
off.
about the baby mama that she used to smash.
hmm And then what's the other thing that happened? So Marvin goes to what is his name? I forgot his name. The dude who owned the Chinese food
Oh
spots,
yeah.
the distribution spot, basically. He confronts him, and he's threatening to go to police and all type of shit he shouldn't be doing. Because if you're gonna do that, just do it. Don't say you're gonna do it because them
Yeah.
the type of motherfuckers that's just gonna kill you. So don't even
Yeah.
say you're gonna do that. That's stupid. Like who the
Like
fuck you
like
think he is? Like you could get killed.
you can fuck around and get smoked. Like you, they're not the type of people that if you say that they'll be like, okay, we'll leave you alone. Like, no, like, wake up, Hung Su, whoever the fuck you are. Like, wake up because that is not what this is.
So he got killed. Marvin was like, you know, you shouldn't be saying that. He's like, well, blah, blah. He was like, yeah, well, I got a big gun, so I'm just going to shoot you a bunch of times. And the fuck are we talking about right now? So I feel like it was one more thing we need to talk about. What was the other thing?
I want to talk about the fact that Quan,
Mm,
um, Rock, I guess is her current connect, and she's trying to become Quan essentially,
right.
but like Quan already talks about how he much rather prefers Neek. He does not care for Rock. That is not his cup of tea. And Neek was definitely more of his jam. And then I
Mm-hmm.
guess it's ask and you shall receive because Neek pops his ass up in the darkness like he been doing
Mm-hmm.
all season on niggas. But Quan
Mm-hmm.
is happy to see him.
So, one thing that we addressed earlier was him meeting with the mafia boss that was kind of rival to Stefano. And he basically was like, well, you don't got no team, you don't got nothing going on. So he was like, okay, let me go get that shit. So he
Mm-hmm.
obviously about to align himself with them and get it cracking because, they like him for some reason.
They do.
And he was a stand-up dude. He's still a stand-up dude. He just don't know what the fuck is going on right now. And that's what's the if I if I were him, I would want the lay of the land fully. I would be trying to find out everything. But of course, he's just clouded by his own assumptions at this point. So,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
mm,
For
but
sure. Just good and crazy.
let me say crazy, but
You know who we
so
didn't see this episode? We did not see B-Rilla.
we didn't. We didn't. They
We
was
didn't.
trying to establish some other people that's gonna be, the musical focuses for Lou, but
I
I'm
want to
pretty
see
sure
B-Rilla.
that if Megan Thee Stallion watches this show, she was very pleased with this episode, and I don't
See,
mind not
I'm not
seeing
doing
him
all that.
either.
Did you stop it? Did you read where apparently he auditioned for the role of Meek? And yeah, Party was named Party. He auditioned for the role of Meek, and like they told him he did good. He had a couple of auditions, and then it went radio silent, and then he found out that Joey Badass got it, and he was very happy for him. Wasn't no hate, but then I guess because he did good in his audition, then when
They
this
called
came
him
up, then
back.
they called. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, although, Harvey as Nick could have been interesting, but
I can't see Meek for anyone,
I just
but
feel like Joey Badass just got the
he has
vibe of that
the
character
vibe,
fully.
the aesthetic. He has
Hmm.
the whole shebang, like for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, without question. Because
Yeah.
what does Party have locks? Like, would he have cut the locks and got a high top? Like, would he have done that?
Yeah.
Like,
Probably so. He would have did what he needed to do. That's a little
nah,
bag.
that nigga wasn't gonna
That's a
do that.
little bag.
That nigga wasn't gonna do that. But anyway,
Well, I feel like we covered pretty much everything in this episode. The sound went out again. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just edit that part out because I was about to wrap it up anyway.
Okay,
But yeah, I feel
I'm
like we
back.
covered everything. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I feel like we covered everything, so we're gonna wrap this episode up right here. I am Creed of Exodus Studios, architectsofminds.com. My co-host is,
Coach Tamara Simone.
and we will see you next week. I feel like the next week's episode is gonna have some real shit happening.
It's
So
getting better. No, it will.
it will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
because they
made.
always kind of give you a little lull episode before they really fuck you up. So I
Yes.
feel like this is what this one was. So we'll be back next week. See you guys later. Peace, peace.